Hello, and thank you for taking the time to learn about the Constructivism theory. We've gathered information about the developer of Constructivism, about the context of use of Constructivism and what it is. We've also gathered information about the advantages of Constructivism as well as the disadvantages of Constructivism. And then we've also added in some little known facts about the Constructivism theory. Please enjoy this presentation by Nicole Pienta, Patricia Schuyler, and Melissa Silis. The developer of Constructivism is Jean Piaget. He is a Swiss psychologist. He's known for the leading theorist in Constructivism. His learning theories include learning as a process of adaptation. Children respond to stimuli in their environment. They make meaning based on these experiences. Learning depends not just on the experiences of the child, but also the maturity level. Learning occurs in stages. Piaget's theory of cognitive development is divided into 4 stages. These stages occur in order. Sensory motor, which is birth to 2 years, pre-operational, which is 2 to 4 years, concrete operational, which is 7 to 8 years, to 11 to 12 years. Then there's formal operational, which is 11 to 12 years to 16 to 17 years. Learning depends on children interacting with their environment and the people in it. Social factors also play a role in learning. It is not an independent process. Interacting with peers is critical. What is constructivism? What is the context for use? Constructivism is the theory based on the idea that people actively construct or make their own knowledge, and that reality is determined by your own experiences as a learner. One's previous knowledge or background knowledge is the foundation, and learners use that knowledge to build on with new information that they learn. As an educator, it is important to understand constructivism because it influences the way our students learn. We need to be cognizant of our students' own unique experiences and how their background knowledge and experiences impact their learning. How does constructivism work in the classroom? Teachers should create a collaborative environment where students take an active role in their learning. Examples might be a think, pair, share, a small group, or asking questions. It may be as simple as reading a story and asking students to answer about how they felt during the story, or have they ever had a similar experience as the main character. Teachers are more of a coach or a facilitator of students' learning rather than instructors. Teachers will need to work on adjusting their instruction to meet the needs of diverse learners at different levels. Examples might be small groups that are set up to involve the student and have them drive the activity. One activity might be a math center where students are given objects to measure and record the measurements, and then compare the measurements with their group. The teacher would be walking around, observing, and scaffolding the students where needed. Teachers will encourage students to connect things they already know and believe to new concepts, which will support students through the process of problem solving. Students will manage their discoveries of new information through collaboration to share different perspectives, project-based learning, and work-based learning. Active engagement is key as students learn through being involved, motivated, excitement of learning, social interactions, and creating mental experiences that assist in retention of knowledge. The advantages of constructivism. Constructivism gives students ownership of what they learn, since learning is based on students' questions and explorations. Constructivists emphasize the flexible use of pre-existing knowledge rather than the recall of prepackaged schema. Another advantage is that it promotes social and communication skills by giving students the opportunity to collaborate with one another and share ideas. In constructivism classrooms, students are often working in groups, so this teaches students to support and respect each other's viewpoints and process. Another advantage is that students develop a deeper understanding of the world since they are able to apply their learned knowledge to their everyday lives and make connections around them. Knowledge is not an abstract, but it is linked to the context under study and to the experiences that the participant bring to that context. Another advantage is that it allows teachers to spend more time on students' favorite topics as teachers are working alongside them instead of just instructing. Constructivists look at the learners as more than just a processor of information and as someone who interprets the information. It also promotes diverse viewpoints as it allows students a content input of their experiences and knowledge. The disadvantages of constructivism. One is that all students have different prior knowledge, so teachers are not able to customize their curriculum to meet their prior knowledge. Also, teachers and service teachers need training on this approach, so it can be costly and it is not something that is frequent in professional development options. Another disadvantage is that this approach requires you to give up control of the classroom, and it shifts the focus to a more student-led approach, and this can be difficult. Also, this approach leans to eliminating standardized testing and grades, so assessments and placements among peers of the same age will look very different when considering statewide or district progress. Lastly, students from lower socioeconomic status families may be at a disadvantage in a self-motivated or hands-on classroom compared to a higher socioeconomic status family because these students, their life experiences and exposure will be very different. Here are some little-known facts about constructivism. We can give credit to Piaget for the idea of a child-centered classroom. The teacher's role is moved to the background rather than star of the show. His influence changed classrooms in the 1960s. More recently, classes that encourage problem solving and collaboration are also based on his theories. Piaget was often asked, how can we speed up the developmental process? So much that it became known as the American question. Piaget answered, is it a good thing to accelerate? Thank you for your time, and we hope you have a better understanding of the constructivism theory and will find ways to apply it in your classroom. Please see the reference page. Thank you.